I can measure liquid volume of objects. Liquid volume is how much liquid something can hold. We usually measure that in liters, which is represented by an L, or milliliters, which is represented by ml. A liter, some examples of things that we use that are liters: water bottles, smaller milk containers, usually the big ones are like a gallon, but some smaller ones are closer to a liter, oil containers, and then if you think about it, large soda, those bottles of soda you can get at the store, those are 2 liters. So that would be kind of twice a liter, so that would be a 2-liter bottle. Sometimes you can get smaller 1-liter bottles too. A milliliter is just a little drop. 1,000 milliliters equals 1 liter. So a little drop, and then when you get 1,000 of them, you'd have a whole liter. We can use the benchmarks to estimate liquid volume. If I said, hey, I put 2 drops of water in there, I'd be better off measuring with milliliters versus liters. We use tools like a graduated cylinder to measure liquid volume. Here's what a graduated cylinder is. It's usually tall and skinny. And then you have a beaker, which is another thing, and that's usually just a bit wider and can measure larger amounts. I'm going to show you that. Here, I have a graduated cylinder that can measure up to 25 milliliters. So if I just pour water in here, and I pour a little bit too much, it's a little bit past the 25 milliliter line, and then you can actually kind of switch this between, and here's your graduated cylinder. You can see that it's the same amount of water, but the graduated cylinder can measure a lot more. Actually, if you look at here, it says 250. So this one can measure up to 250 milliliters, whereas this can measure only 25. So that means this can measure like 10 times more. If you're doing a small, you usually want this. If you're doing a large amount, you'd want the beaker. I can measure liquid volume of objects. Name one thing that is about a liter. So think of one thing, go back to that list, one thing you know of that is about a liter. And then how much volume is shown in this container. So you see this beaker here. It says 200, 400, 600, 800, 1,000 milliliters. And the line is filled up right to here. So how much volume is in there?